of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, you put me on a hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
you played with a lot of them,
out.
though, didn't you?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I've ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry, man, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passes in this league.
Three terrific names.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. And when you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Doncic, no good. James outside, 11 feet away. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Wiggins, right side. That shot is off. And the Wizards now going the other way. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Now here's James. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. Paul with the steal.
That's going to be an easy bucket if he doesn't get his hand to that pass. Well defended.
And the Wizards with possession. Bogdanovich wide open. Kept alive. And Bryant sends it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
It's Smart with the drive. Pass to LeBron. Six to shoot. That one wide left.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Back to Gallinari. Ball left side. Shot to stop the run. Bryant with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Nance outside. Off target with his 3. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Ball surveying the floor. Pass to Tucker. Kick out to Adams. It's stolen by Nance. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. James with the ball. A nice shot.
Timeout. The three-point shot is quick. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collected whenever he pulls up from that. As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Now here's Adams. Back to Gallinari. Fires from deep. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished. Not just on the, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening. Thank God for that. It's about his power. Threatening something. For whatever reason, he loves to knock you down a bit.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And the first one drops. No good on the second free throw. Great ball handling in this game. Of course, you see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
Great
just...
handle.
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with the speed, it's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right, or right, without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love this. I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital. The court awareness Evans has is impressive. He's wonderful at recognizing his guys' work.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
And so John Wall nails both of them. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract break comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
And so he hits the technical free throw. They get a hand on it. So timeout call here. The first for Washington. The visitors on defense. They trail by 7. Down low. Here's Aldridge. The rebound by Ibaka. Right side Gordon. Pass to Wiggins. Cross with the steal. Wiggins with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. .35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wall, that's a two-pointer. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, they'll take that. They got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he gets it back. Ibaka goes in. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for a guy who rarely dribbled when he first entered the league, Ibaka now comfortable enough to score off the drop. An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. Wall with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. Here's Wiggins. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the win. And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off. They're keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Here's Evans after the basket by Washington. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Ibaka outside. Pocket 6. And stolen by LeBron. And James throws it down.
Oh, that's stellar instincts from James. Outstanding at clogging up passing lanes with his left.
Outside Gordon. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Top of the key, Ibaka. Johnson, wide open. He fires. No good with the triple.
And they only got a slight edge on the board. It just feels a lot bigger.
So that's just superb concentration despite getting hit. James is just excellent at scoring through contact.
And growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his idol, LeBron having success in the movies as well.
No one's better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue to entertain.
Now here's Wiggins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Whoa, that'll wake you up. He is such a great athlete. LeBron drives in, and he banks in the layup. And the Wizards lead by 16.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, I looked at only a few players in the league can make.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's Smart. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Here's Nance. That one goes in. Nance has got his second bucket.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Doncic. And he makes good on the layup.
Timeout, timeout.
He's certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Now here's Ross. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Wall outside. Shot clock at 5. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Paul. And here's Tucker. Covered by Wall. Adams down low. Now here's Paul. Lets it go from deep. With one on the clock. And Adams with the slam.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Wall. The Wizards with another miss. Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know
yes.
what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And then, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through the integrity.
Pass to Leonard. They need this one. Some solid defense from Gallinari. There's a minute left to play here in the half. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Gallinari's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
and their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Look, Wall is incredible at finishing with force at the rim. It's all about his athletic ability.
And he comes up with the deuce. Doncic has got 6.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn.
Nice. Gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Ross on the wing. There's the triple. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall.
This is why you can't leave guys open around. He'll notice it and exploit it.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Gallinari on the wing. Here's Adams. Out to Gallinari. No good off the back of the rim.
He found open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Washington shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Give Wall credit. I mean, he's fought through the knee injuries, an elite difference maker out there on the floor.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Here's Johnson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. To the inside. Dunk by James.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Washington leading now by 17. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's the kind of effort they love to see from Smart. He's sticking his nose in there and doing some work on the offensive boards.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Evans. High post to Baca. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Smart. Floats it up for James. An emphatic LU jam.
Crazy connection right there. James knowing when to fly towards the rim. Amazing at completing these alley-oops.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
5 to shoot. And Chris Paul picks up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Washington calls timeout.
Start it.
You know, Greg, defense forgiven for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Paul goes in, and that one is good. Paul's got his first points of the night.
Always a threat to turn on the Jets. Paul, quick switch of gears, gets to the rack.
Here's Van Vliet. Good on the 3-point shot.
That's almost a sure thing when you leave a neck wide open. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Paul. Pass to right. Wizards passing it around. Outside Gasol. It's hauled in by Adams. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Gallinari. Shot on the wing. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 10 points for Gallinari.
I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. He never gets over.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Now Van Vliet. Pass to Aldridge. Inside. Gasol. He gets it in there. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
And the stick-with-it attitude of Gasol just overwhelming the defense with his men.
And Paul puts up a deep three. That's 10.
아이씨.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in here.
Oh, he just caught the defense now. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Here's Adams.
Timeout, timeout.
Nice job down low. Adams just got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to see from Tucker. Head up, looking to use his teammates. He's a smart player. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
Washington calls timeout. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened in the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains that, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you, man. In basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same
so
stuff, yeah.
how do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team. Well, John Wall coming back after that Achilles injury he suffered in the start of 2019. It's been a long road to recovery for him, and I know just how much he misses playing every day.
Now here's Evans. And it's sent back by Aldridge. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And C. Webb, as we know, with Wall, he made the most of his time missed by finishing his degree.
Yeah, Wall was able to take the classes he needed to complete his bachelor's degree from Kentucky. I'm sure he would have preferred to play instead, but he saw an opportunity with his education and made the most of it.
Now here's Evans. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The offensive rebound. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. Ibaka drawing the double team. Trying to find Nelson. He's got it now. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Ball with the bounce pass. Ross. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Here's Ibaka. Rebounded by the Wizards. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. And here is Van Vliet. He's got 6. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 6. Outside over. There's the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Evans outside. Pass to Ibaka. From deep 3-point range. They get it back. Here's Evans. Left side, Ibaka. On the wing, Wiggins. Over Ross. And that one's good. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
They've tailored their offense around him. Let me tell you, he loves playing in the system.
A nice shot by Wall.
And tonight, they can't tie Wall down. I mean, he found his rhythm, and he's been riding that wave of momentum ever since.
And so it's Washington in very good. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Evans. We read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there is a lot of untapped potential here. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with the King, then we go to the Tumbo, Embiid, he's from Cameroon. How about after the Kupo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka helped by Siakam? Oh, my goodness. Yes. There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. It's just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Van Vliet. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Van Vliet's got 10 points here in the second half.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Shoots off the step back. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Gordon penetrating. It's rebounded by London.
And that is a textbook example of
You see that right there? That's the intelligence of Wall. He knows where to run and when a fast break opportunity presents itself.
Here's Evans. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Three-pointer. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
He's been terrific from the field so far this half. I mean, driving his percentage through the roof.
And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Wall. Leonard trying to break free. Wall's shot is good. Wall's got 22.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And with the likely return of prep-to-pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Here's Floyd. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bryant. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
Now Wall. After Luka Doncic's Williams.
And they got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
And the shot is good. 8 points for Steven Adams.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
This one for three. Floyd, good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Now here's Evans. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for John Wall.
His passes were crisp tonight. Pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Smart. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Rebounded by the Wizards. And Washington can just let the clock run down here. LeBron with it. Shoots over Tucker. No good, unable to end this run. Pass to Doncic. Adams in the high post. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour